morning, Mr. Mornah. Are you there?
Good morning,
Hi.
my lecturer.
You're a leading member of the Arise Ghana movement, and I just talked about the fact that you planned a demonstration on 21st to Tuesday 21st June to Wednesday 22nd June 2022, a 48-hour demonstration dubbed Arise Ghana Demo. Before we delve into the back and forth with the police, can you give us some background information about Arise Ghana, the Arise Ghana movement, as well as the demonstration, a 48-hour demonstration that you wanted to undertake?
Thank you very much. Arise Ghana was formed to bring on board the plethora of civil society organizations, pressure groups, and some political parties, because we realized that we were fragmented in our activism, and yet it appeared that there are genuine and germane concerns that all of us will rally around. There are issues of escalating prices, commodity prices in the country. There are issues that have to deal with what we consider as the obnoxious AJPA deal, issues relating to the electronic transfer levy, issues relating to food crisis that we face, and the general economic hardship in the country. We also noticed that we were speaking across board. You hear the civil society or pressure group speak on the same issue, and another is speaking on the same issue. So we thought that we should rally our effort into a single mat, so we will be able to articulate them in a more coherent and concerted manner. And that is the reason for which Arise Ghana was born. And so you can see that you have many civil society organizations in there, there are political parties in there, and there are pressure groups in there. So initially you would have credited me to the Justice for Ghana movement, but all of us came together to form what is now called the Arise Ghana, Save Ghana Now.
That's a comprehensive introduction. So, if I get you right, the essence for the formation of this movement was to synchronize the efforts of some of the pressure groups, civil society groups, and even some political parties that seems fragmented. Even though you are talking about the same thing or complaining about the same ills in society, it seems as if you're speaking with different voices, and sometimes there is some contradiction here and there. Is that the sense I'm getting?
Precisely.
Okay.
You couldn't have put it more succinctly than this.
Very well. So
the reason for which you are my professor.
Bernard, I beg you, this is not the forum. So in terms of the demonstration, the 48 hours demonstration, what is the motivation behind this particular Arise Ghana demo? We've never, I don't think in the Fourth Republic we've had a non-stop public street protest, as you put it, a 48-hour demonstration. What is the motivation behind this particular demonstration?
In the strictest of terms, it's actually not 48 hours, because if you take notice of the time we want to start the protestation and the time will end, you could say that it's actually 24 hours, because we are starting on the 21st. That is around 1 p.m. We will sleep over and probably end the next day around 1 p.m. In effect, that is about 24 hours. But the fact that it will move from 21st and enter 22nd, we chose to make it 48 hours. Number two, we have done a one-off demonstrations many times in this country, and it appears that our leaders are not, and policymakers are not yielding. Anytime we go on the street, we walk back home, they take it that it is one of the usual things. So initially, to be honest with you, the group took the decision that we're going to have a 1 week continuous demonstration, 1 week non-stop demonstration. But others thought that we should start and see the response of policymakers, and then we can then regroup and take a decision going forward. So this is just the beginning of a series of things we'll be manifesting, depending on the response of the policymakers and in particular government on some of the issues that we'll be raising. And so when we move, the reason for which we want to gather and probably sleep around the Christ the King is that we believe that around the church the angels will be hovering around in the night so they can protect us from any evil thoughts or evil machinations. And so that is why we are going around the church area. And so the fact that it's not happening within the Fourth Republic does not mean that it will not happen. We want to test the limits of our democracy, and one of the ways to test is to ensure that our fundamental human rights are utilized to the fullest. And you know that one of the rights that we are enjoying is the right to assembly, the right to protest. And so we want to exercise that right, because it's better for us to go on a peaceful revolution than to be stopped. And this is what John F. Kennedy once said in 1962, that those who make peaceful revolution impossible will definitely make violent revolution inevitable. And so we are embarking on peaceful revolution in this country. We are talking to the system, we are talking to the tenets of our democracy. We are bringing the other side of the story that probably the policymakers have been oblivious of. And if they care, they will then consider all these things in shaping the destiny of our nation. That is why we have decided that away from the one-off demonstrations that we have always done, let's do a 2-day demonstration for a start. Let's see the response of policymakers, and thereafter we can advise ourselves appropriately.